And I ended up finding a terrifying embark. So this has zombies. I might have buried the lead. This has zombies, and it is like a Dracula's castle. All right, so I finally did it. I finally figured out how to do advanced world generation. Also now in the latest patch, it's called customized world generation. I struggled with it so much. It was such a hassle. I could not make it work. It turns out here is the secret sauce. Just do not go too fast. Do not be too ambitious. It looks like a formation you've never seen before in Dwarf Fortress. And all I did was very gently tweak the rain and the variance in elevation. So there's like a max. When you get into the custom generation, it's going to be very confusing. What you're really going to want to look for is like read them carefully and only play with the ones where you know what they mean first. And then and only gently tweak those dials, okay? So like I tried this like 4 or 5 times where I was really just trying to be conservative. I was just saying like, okay, so there's a minimum elevation, there's a maximum elevation. I think it's 0 to 400. And so that's by default set to 0 to 400. So, the highest mountains possible and the lowest valleys possible. But then you can set the variance, which is how quickly it goes up and down. And you can set, there's a lot of things where you can set them differently by x-axis and by y-axis. So what you can do is you can have like ridges of a big mountain range that like go down your map because there's increased variance on the y-axis or on the x-axis. So you can use that to like generate specific mountain ranges. All right, but let me just give you guys a quick tour why I call this Dracula's Castle. So this is a giant ocean spire. It's on a cliff face, a very treacherous. The footage you should be watching now, if I have it synced up right, is we're saving some migrants, and the migrants have only a few places they can even spawn, just barely at the bottom at like sea level of this huge, massive spire that I got with the custom world generation. Again, just tweaked some of the variants, and it is like a huge haunted spire above a roaring evil ocean. I know what you're thinking, giant undead whale. Maybe this time. But so you'll see as well, I have these kind of airlocks where it's like a prohibited door, and then we even seal off the passageway because there are zombie chinchillas. Everything zombifies on this map. And I'm counting that as Dracula because, it's still undead. I'm counting it, fight me. There's chinchilla corpses outside that make things dangerous. I was not prepared for it to be haunted, so I brought animals, which are now mostly locked outside. And towards the end of this footage, you're going to see there's an emu head, a toothless, harmless emu head, zombified, that is just walking around the fortress, I guess trying to attack people. But so you'll see it's so zombifying on this map that like body parts are chasing people around. So we do have to do an airlock system. Another interesting thing about this map is that there are no trees on the surface. There's no plants on the surface. It is genuinely just barren, zombified rock spire by an undead ocean. And the migrant, which we need, I should still be showing that footage now about the migrants show up on this cliff face, and we have to like go directly to them. I built a whole, I built a whole airlock system. So it's not walled off completely to keep the dwarves completely inside. The dwarves are not allowed to go outside unless we're specifically letting migrants in. And what I've done is, you'll see, is I've carved like these winding passageways into the fortress so that a migrant that has the pathing where it's going directly towards, it's trying to find a meeting area inside the fortress, it's trying to get to the heart of your fortress directly, that will be able to move past cage traps, move through doors when I permit them to. And meanwhile, if a zombie does get dragged in or wanders in, it should be cage trap, and that shouldn't be too much of an issue. You'll see in this footage, we grow from the original 7 dwarves. We don't lose any. We do lose a few migrants in this messy kind of situation. Here's another thing. Leave in the comments if you know why this is, but it was a very, very strange, like, I've never seen like this before. It was like a dribbling migrant wave where it alerted me. It said, you have new migrants, and I had 1. So I help the one goes in, and then when I go back to check, it's like now 2 more have spawned. There's like a parent and a child, and I'm like, okay, get them in too, and I leave it open, but then I start to close it. I realize that I think what we're looking at now is me digging a secondary airlock for migrants. But so we leave this open for too long and some zombies get in. It's not really a problem. That's where the emu head comes from. But then there's still, I get alerts from DF Hack that there's still now migrants down by the ocean that are like injured. I don't know if they wandered back out, but it was kind of a strange migrant wave. Should be happening here. But so yeah, it's been really fun. It's one of those ones where the surface is very hostile. So like things are tight. You'll see I'm completely running out of drink and plant, but that's okay because we have just tapped into a nice cave underground, which has lots of plants and wood finally. So we survived. We figured that out. I use DF hack to make the dwarves go faster, and also so I can pour some magma for a magma forge. That makes the lack of trees not that big of a deal, as because you have to create your first weapons and you need charcoal or else you need magma. So I'll do that. I give them drinking water as well, just in case. All in this hermetically sealed fortress that now gives access to the first cave. I think that's as deep as I'm going to go. I'm not sure. Does anybody know? I think only the surface is haunted, right? But please talk to me in the comments on this, because my understanding is that the surface will be evil or savage or what's the other one? Joyful, mirthful, good. I guess is the opposite of evil. Zooming in, if I'm still synced up, we're looking at a chinchilla corpse that is attacking one of the livestock that got left outside. Sad, and hopefully this is synced up. If not, sorry for making you look. And what else was I going to say? What was I saying before? Oh, but so this surface is evil. The first cave seems normal, and I think that's how it works. But now I'm not sure if. Oh, that's another interesting thing. We have all these like crawling hand creatures that are like vermin. So this is definitely an evil embark. This is like, imagine Dracula's castle. Like, it's sealed off. You have to go through cliff faces to get to it. It's very dangerous. There's undead everywhere, and there's like giant creepy crawlies. Like Addams Family stuff happening on the walls that nobody even notices. But so yeah, the cave seems really normal. Seems totally normal. My question was, do you think like meat is going to come back to life down there? I think it probably will, honestly. I need a better meat management plan, because everything comes back to life on this one. It's pretty cool. But at the same time, it has no bad weather, so it's pretty chill. It's like zombies are a fact of life, and we're just kind of dealing with it. And especially now with the caves being something we have access to, it should be pretty good run. I'm going to keep playing this one. This will probably be the map for the next few Dwarf Fortress Explained Poorly videos, because there is a lot of cool stuff to explore. It has that good challenging feel where like I have complicated problems like migrants showing up and immediately getting killed. I have like good challenges in this one. That's another thing I like is, like water engineering. So ocean gives so much pressure that you could really do some crazy dwarven engineering, like flood chambers, water powered stuff. That's a favorite of mine. I've done a lot of videos about that. And also, yeah, just playing with zombies, figuring out zombies. So yeah, after next time I play, I'm going to get the drinks back up, and then we should be good to go. I'm really happy that the migrants are coming, because it's always dangerous to have a zombie map with only 7 dwarves. I mean, that's usually where you wipe out. But once there's enough people, and as long as body parts are managed properly, make sure, if you do an undead map, make sure that you're either using DF hack to auto dump, or you're using a dwarven atom smasher, or you're doing something to properly dump things into magma, as another example, to destroy items, because there'll be a lot of like little pieces of flesh and things that you're going to want to delete from the game, unless you want to. Losing is fun to a lot of zombies. I think that's everything I have for today, everybody. Thank you for joining me as always. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. That all really helps the engagement on my channel. YouTube tells me that watch hours are now what I need to get monetized, so it's always one little thing away. It's a shame, but so thank you. If you guys, what would be really helpful, if anybody is feeling nostalgic and they want to go back and just binge all of my videos, that would help a lot for watch hours. No, I'm probably not allowed to say that. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will catch everybody in the next one.